Gene Brown, Vice President for Marketing, PR, and Product Planning at American Suzuki Motor Corporation.
Gene, are we looking at a fundamental downsizing of the industry?
It would certainly appear so, but I don't think to the levels we've seen in recent months. Obviously, the contraction in January took us to a SAR of about 9.6 million versus a SAR just 5 years ago about 17.5. That would suggest the industry's off by half.
Now, a SAR for most people not knowing what SAR is.
Seasonally adjusted annual rate of sales. So, based on 1 month's sales, what would you expect to sell in a year if that pace was maintained? January would suggest that the whole industry is contracted by nearly half versus 5 years ago. I don't think that's the new standard. I think we will see significant recovery over the next few years, even if not to 17.5, but certainly above the levels we've seen in the last month or two.
What's the one thing that will capture the imagination and the wallet of tomorrow's buyers?
That is the magic question. If whoever gets that answer right will be the winner. From our point of view, it's going to be a combination. There are some people who are pursuing purely rational solutions, and certainly, given the amount of fear in the economy, rational thought is playing a bigger role. Is it fuel efficient? Will it last? How's the warranty, etc.? And we have answers to questions like that, such as America's #1 warranty. But at the end of the day, there's a large part of the buying audience who still want to get something out of their car beyond transportation. So if you can answer those rational questions and still give them something that's cool or enjoyable to their way of thinking, then you've got the formula. And you'll notice there are some brands, not to give credit to other brands, but take Mini as an example, someone no one competes directly with. They've been able to do quite well because they address both of those issues. We think we are increasingly doing a good job of answering that combination of issues as well, with vehicles like the SX4 crossover, with all-wheel drive, with vehicles like the production version of the Concept Kizashi 3, about which more will come soon. Can't say much today. And even vehicles like the Equator, which is very targeted at our existing marine and motorcycle owner base who need a vehicle like that to use our other products.
Sort of along that same line, the car used to be a symbol of freedom and status.
Yeah.
Has it become, instead, a burden around the consumer's neck?
Well, I think anything that involves money is seen as more burdensome now than it was 6 months ago. Whether it's a car or even something simpler like the gas for the car. But it's somewhat of a generational question. The Gen Yers coming up are a little more likely to see a car as a responsibility than as a source of freedom. They get their freedom through their technology, through their phones, through their social communities, etc. Whereas the older generation, which for the time being is still the generation with enough money to buy a car, still associates it with traditional American open road freedom. I think the challenge for an automaker is to make sure, and it really relates back to your previous question, that emotional component is part of the formula, so that if they didn't already associate a car with some sort of elation or freedom, that they will come to do so through experiencing your product, whether it's a great motorcycle, a great outboard motor, a great ATV, a great car.
Gene Brown, thank you very much.
Thank you.